अद्य छन्दो विषये छन्दसां कल्पस्य ज्योतिषस्य च किञ्चित् अद्य अहं विवरणं ददामि। वेदाङ्ग वेदसम्बद्धि यावत् छन्दो विषयः अस्ति तद् मया उच्यते। अनन्तरम् एतत् सैट् अपि द्रष्टुं शक्यते। तत्र छन्दसूत्राणां कृते अस्माकं भूमि सर्वर् मध्ये एतत् तत्र निक्षिप्तमस्ति, तदपि द्रष्टुं शक्यं। भूमि इति एतत् सैट् मध्ये एन्शियण्ट् इण्डियन् सैण्टिफिक् नालेड्ज् बेस् इत्यस्ति, तत्र ब्रौस् द्वारा एतत् गन्तुं शक्यते। विद्यास्थानानि सन्ति, तत्र वेदाङ्गेषु मध्ये इदानीं छन्दस् इष्टं चेत् एवमस्ति। अतः एतत् आधाररूपेण अस्ति, सूत्ररूपेण यदस्ति एतत् पिङ्गळनागेन कृतं सूत्रमेतत्। तत्र प्रत्येकं तत्र पञ्चश्लोकानां कृते एकः अध्यायरूपेण तत्र व्यवहारः भवति। आहत्य 18 अध्यायाः सन्ति। तत्र विभिन्न वेदानां कृते विभिन्नप्रकारमपि भवति।
महोदय सर्वेषां कृते संस्कृतं न जानन्ति।
ओके इंग्लिश। Among the Vedangas, anyway, this is one site. All of you become conversant with this address, of course, bhumi.csa.isa.ernet.in. This is in the Computer Science Department of Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. We have a server called Bhumi where these texts are available. So this is called Ancient Indian Scientific Knowledge Base. In this we have put these different Vidyasthanas, 4 Vedas, 6 Vedangas, 4 Upangas. Under this, I will be generally covering this so that the texts are available. People can have a look at how the originals look like, and of course, they should interact with me in case they have any doubts, want to know something in detail, etc. I am giving the overview now in the classes, but this is based on some texts which are already there. They are put up on this site. This is there for public use. Okay. So this is to get a clear idea as to how are the original texts told by the rishis. Each one of these 14 Vidyasthana, 4 Vedas, 6 Vedangas and 4 Upangas, together are the 14 Vidyasthanas. So that is the Indic knowledge base. That is the total landscape that we have. It can also be divided on the basis of darshanas or some vidyas, etc. There is another way of classifying the same set of knowledge, but this is the more popular and prevalent set. So, for example, if you go to Vyakarana, of course, you will have further texts, Ashtadhyayi, Dhatupatha, etc. Similarly, this is something which is, you can collapse them or you can expand them. Okay? This plus is something that is used. So, under each one of them, you will have this kind of thing. Please explore these contents here to get the mental idea. What information is present in which text and how does the text look like? Is it prose? Is it poetry? Is it mantras, etc.? So these are all, they have their Vedas, then they will have their Swaras. With that, we have included them all. So the whole idea is to get a feel about these are the topics discussed in these subjects. These are known by these names. These are the authors, and this is the actual text. This information is present in this application called Ancient Indian Scientific Knowledge Base. Now, based on this, I am now going to cover. See, we have done Shiksha, Vyakarana and Nirukta. Today I will cover the other 3, Chandas, Jyotisha and Kalpa. Chandas, of course, in general is referring to the meter. When you have something in a poetic form, if you have a verse, then the verse will have, like shloka, it will have a fixed number of letters and it will have number of padas. Though the general situation is a shloka will have 4 padas. Suppose it is anushtup, then each pada will have 8 letters. Within them, which should be Laghu, Guru, etc., there are specifications, so there are different names of Chandas. This is the rough idea. But there is a lot more related to Vedas. So we will cover the Vedic Chandas. There are 2 divisions, Vedika Chandas and Laukika Chandas. Laukika Chandas is derived from the Vedic Chandas, but it is a subset. We do not use all Chandas that is present in the Vedas in the Loka. A very standard example is Gayatri. Gayatri Chandas is not used in the Loka at all. Gayatri Chandas is exclusive to Vedas alone. we have number of thousands of mantras in all the four Vedas which are in the Gayatri Chandas. But Gayatri, though it has 8 letters per pada, it has only 3 padas. So that is why the general arrangement is a sloka will have 4 padas. But in Vedas, we have mantras starting with 1 pada to 9 padas. Ekapada, Virat is possible, Dripada, Virat, etc. Gayatri is Tripada. And Chatushpada, there are many chandas having 4 padas. Then of course, Panchapada, Virat. Like that, we have different names of chandas. The Vedic chandas are different and some are exclusive to Vedas. Some of the Vedic chandas are also used in the Loka, that is the Laukika chandas. So now we have this Pingala Naga explaining to us the way the Vedic mantras are organized, where there is a meter. Now, there is one more point, of course, I have to clarify this point. Mantra is a general term in all the 4 Vedas. Now, mantras can be of 3 types. All 4 Vedas have mantras of only 3 types. Rik, Yajus or Sama. Rik, Yajus and Sama are present in all the 4 Vedas. But where we have predominantly Rik only, such a Veda is called Rig Veda. That which has a maximum number of Yajus is called Yajur Veda. That which has more of Samas is called Sama Veda. Atharva Veda has a combination of all these 3. Now, Vedas and mantras are different. Mantras are of 3 types, Vedas are 4. But all 4 Vedas have mantras of one of these 3 types. Okay. Now, the standard definition of Veda given in the Shauta Sutra as well as Mimamsa, they deal with this Vedic text, their types and characteristics. So, Mantra Brahmanayoho Veda Namadheyam. This is the sutra from Apastamba. He says Vedas are comprised of 2 kinds of text. One is called Mantra, the other is called Brahmana. Now, this Brahmana is to use the mantra in a specific task. Karma Chodana Brahmana Vakyani. When the Veda mantras are to be applied to different activities, that is the Viniyoga part is given by the Brahmanas. Mantras are applied to Vedika karmas. In that, there are Vakyas in the Vedas which say, with this mantra, do this job. For example, Upanayana, Tatsaviturvaren Nimityesha. The Guru should teach the mantra beginning with Tatsavituhu to the student in Upanayana karma. So now, this sentence which says Tatsavituhu mantra has to be taught to the student is a Brahmana Vakya. Tatsaviturvarenyam is the mantra. So now mantras are there, mantras applications are there called Brahmana Vakyas. So mantra Brahmanayor Veda Namadheyam. This is one sutra given by Apastamba. It says Vedas can be broadly classified into 2 groups. There are mantras which are used in certain Vedic functions. The application is given by certain sentences that are called Brahmana Vakyas. Generally, Brahmana Vakyas are in prose form, whereas the mantras can be one of the 3 forms. Rik is one form, Yajus is another form, Sama is another form. Now, for those 3, there are lakshanas given. Tesham Rik Yatra Arthavashena Pada Vyavastha. Rik are those mantras which have specified number of letters and specified number of padas. So it can have 1 pada, 2 pada, etc. But number of quarters and each letter in each pada should be of what type. Whether it should be Guru, Lagu, that is Hrasva, Dirgha, Sanyukta, Akshara, etc. That is specified. So Rik are those, they will be there in all the 4 Vedas. Rig Veda has many Rik. Yajur Veda has maybe 30% Rik. Sama Veda has got 90% Rik. Atharva Veda has 35% Rik roughly. Now, Rik is something which is defined by number of letters being fixed, their type being fixed, and number of padas being fixed. There are different names. So, in this Chandas Sutra, we come across basically there are 7 kinds of Chandas: Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtup, Jagati. These are the 7 basic Chandas used in all the 4 Vedas, wherever there are Rik in them. Only Riks do have this Chandas. Among the 3 kinds of mantras, Rik is one, Yajus is the other, Sama is the third. Now, Rik is the base mantra like Agmila, Purohitam, Yajusrev, Mutujam, Hotar, Tadhatamam. This is Rik among the mantra type. This is of Gayatri Chandas, which means there are 3 padas and each pada has got 8 letters. So, whenever you have a mantra having 24 letters and 3 padas, that is a Rik in Gayatri Chandas. Now, similarly, suppose Vasto Ashpate Pratidhani Yasman Swavesho Namivo Bhavana. This is for the Vastu Homa. That mantra is in the Trishtuk Chandas. It has 11 letters in each pada and there are 4 padas. Chatushchatvarigim Chadakshara Trishtuke Chaturvigim Chatyakshara Gayatri Ashtachatvarigim Chadakshara Jagati. This is how the Vedic Chandas is very important. And among the Vedangas, each Vedanga is doing the function of one limb of the Veda Purusha. Chanda Padautu Vedasya. Chandas does the task of feet in the human body. That is, it gives the gati, it gives the rhythm. So, whenever we listen to Vedic chanting, the entire rhythm is based on the chandas of the Vedas. So, now chandas is also the root cause of creation. This is also mentioned in the Veda. So, the Lord Vishnu covered all the 3 lokas when he took the form of Trivikrama. He was in the form of a Vamana, went to Mahabali, asked him to give him 3 feet of land and he will measure it by his own feet. He was in a very short form. Then the Mahabali agreed. Then Vishnu grew into a very big form, Virat form. He became Trivikrama. 3 feet, he covered the entire lokas. Then the Prithvi loka was covered by Vishnu Krama Asabhimatiha Gayatrena Chandasa Prithvi Mana Vikrame Gayatrena Chandasa Prithvi Vikrame. Similarly, Traishtubhena Chandasa Antariksham Vikrame Jagatena Chandasa Divam Anu Vikrame. Like this, each loka, Bhuloka, Antariksha and Sarga are also linked to one of the chandas in the Veda. These 3 are the base chandas. Gayatri, Trishtup, Jagati. These 3 are related to these 3 words. They are also related to 3 savanas in the yajnas. Pratha savana is Gayatri chandas. Madhyandinika savana is the Trishtup chandas. Sayam savana. That is, even Sandhya Vandana, when you see, there is a dhyana. Pratardhyayami Gayatrim, Ravimundala Madhyagam, Rigvedam Uccarayantim, Raktavarnam Kumarikam, Akshamalakaram, etc. Morning Sandhya Vandana Gayatri Devi is to be meditated as having Rigveda as her Swarupa. In the Madhyana, then she is stated as Yajurvedic Swarupa. The Sayam Sandhya is stated as Sama Swarupa. So this Rik, Yajus and Sama have lot of deeper connotation. These 3 are related to these 3 chandas and it is full of them. That is what the Trivikramavatara means. So, chandas is important. One should not go wrong in the pronunciations, the aksharas, swaras. Beyond that, the rhythm also. Each chandas has to be recited with the different spacing, etc. When to stop, how many letters, etc. Virama, yati. So, the chandas shastra talks about the rhythm of the Vedic compositions. First type of the mantras is Rik, where of course we know specific number of letters and number of padas fixed. Yatra Arthavashena Padavi Vyavastha Taha Richaha. Now, the second set is Sama. Jaimini defines Rik first among the mantras, saying this has got Arthavashena Padavi Vyavastha. Second, he defines Sama because Sama is based on Rik, but it is used for singing. There are additional number of swaras. We normally have Udattascha, Anudattascha, Swaritascha, Swarastrayah. This is what Panini has said in the Shiksha. Base swaras are Udatta, Anudatta and Swarita. Now, they grow to 7 kinds in Yajurveda, Atharvaveda, Samaveda also. But Samaveda has additionally 7 more combinations. So, 7 into 7, we have totally 49 subswaras possible in Samaveda. There, Nishada, Rishabha, Gandhara, Shadja, Madhyama, Panchama, Daivata, these are also added along with this Udatta, Anudatta, Swarita and they are grown into their combinations. So now Jaimini defined Rik first, and for the Rik there will be Gana. Now Geetishu Samakhya. Whenever the Gana is done of the Rik, then that is called as Sama. Sama, the word actually means is balance, harmony, a kind of adjusting two different sets. One is prose, one is poetry. These two are brought together by the musical rendering of this. So Sama is Rik with Gana added. For Gana, additional swaras are added. The seven swaras, Nishada, Shubha, Sarigama, Padani are added into this. Of course, there are also mappings are given in the sutra. Uccho, Nishada, Gandharo. Panini has also said Udatta is divided into Nishada and Gandhara. Similarly, Nicha, Rishabha, Daivata. Anudatta is mapped to Rishabha and Daivata. Then Swarita Prabhava, Kete, Shadja, Madhyama, Panchamaha. So these three base swaras first get mapped onto the seven swaras. In each one of them, there are prastaras. So finally, 49 variations are possible. But this is for the Gana. Though the Sahitya remains predominantly Rik only. In Samaveda, we have 95% of the mantras taken from Rigveda only. Only those which are present exclusively in Sama are only about 5%, or roughly about 65-70 Samas, which are not having a Rik as the base. But this is a form of rendering. Yajurveda also has Samas. We also have in the Krishna Yajurveda a few Samas. Similarly, Samaveda has Yajus, Samaveda has also Rik, but Samas are more. That is, in the Samhita, the singing or the Gana part is added. So, Sama is Giti. Now, among mantras, what is not Rik, what is not Sama is called Yajus. Sheshe Yajus Shabda. This is how Jaimini has defined. Three kinds of mantras. That is why Vedas are called as Trayi. Trayi does not mean three Vedas. Trayi means three kinds of mantras comprise all four Vedas. Though Vedas are four, they are comprised of only three kinds of mantras. Amarkosha says, Striyam Rik Sama Yajushi iti Vedas Trayas Trayi. Vedas are called as Trayi because they have Rik Yajus Sama. And Rik Shabda is Strilinga, Striyam Rik Sama Yajushi, those two are Navum Strilinga. So, Striyam Riksama Yajushi iti Veda Astraya Strayi. Now, that which has predominance of each mantra is called by that name. So, we have Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samveda. Whereas in the case of Atharvaveda, we know they are in almost equal measure. You have equal number of Sama, Yajus and Rik. But that Veda is called Atharva because of the application. Atharva is because of trying to have the Shantika and Paustika. It is trying to create Prayashchitta for any mistakes happening in the other three Vedas. Now, with this background, when we come to the Chandas, now Pingalanaga tries to classify all Chandas are directly applicable to Rik, and Rik will be used for Gana and Sama. And Yajus do not directly have this Pada Vyavastha and Chandas. For example, Ishetva, Urjetva, Vayavastha, Upayavastha, these are the Yajurveda mantras. Now, Ishetva is one mantra. It does not have any chandas. Urjetva is another mantra. That doesn't have a chandas. So these are more like prose or text. Some are very short, some can be quite long. There are in the fixed chandas part, the sutras of Lagadha, of course, try to say, we can just get an idea. Initially, of course, he has tried to talk about the Ganas. Maya Rasata Jabhana Laga Sammitam Brahmati Vangmayam Jagati Yasya Sajayati Pingalanaga Shiva Prasadat Visuddhamati. It is also said that Pingalanaga was the younger brother of Panini. Okay. They were, of course, living at the same time. So, this Pingalanaga Sutras are called the Chanda Sutras. And it has got two sets. Vaidika Sutras first, Vaidika Chandas first he covers. Afterwards, he covers the Laukika Chandas. It addresses both, but of course they have some common principles. So initially he talks about them. There is a concept called Gana. Three syllables are called as one Gana. That is, when you have, let us say, a sloka, Vagartha Viva Sampraktau, Vagartha, those three are one Gana. Viva Sam is the second triad. Priktau, okay, you have two ganas and two letters left like that. So we generally group syllables in a poem, verse or the shloka on the gana basis, and there are ganas of different names. There are 8 ganas: ma, ya, ra, sa, ta, ja, bha, na. 8 ganas. Each, of course, will have three letters. Now, ma, ya, ra, sa, ta, ja, bha, na, la. Jabhana, up to that is the gana. Then la and ga. La means lagu, ga means guru. What he uses to describe the chandas is, suppose a chandas has got 21 letters in each pada, then there will be 7 ganas in them, 3 each. That is okay. If something is divisible by 3, it will generally be divided into so many ganas. Suppose it is not divisible equally by 3, then whatever is left out, the remainder will be either laghu, guru kind of thing. So he will use la or ga. Ma means magana, ya means yagana, ra is ragana, sa sagana, ta is tagana, ja means jagana, bha means bhagana, na is nagana. These ganas names are given by the first letters. There is, of course, maya, rasata, ja, jabana, then laga, lagu and guru. Wherever there is not an exact division, then you will use lagus and guru. Sammitam, Brahmati Vangmayam Jagati Yasya. The entire Vangmaya, the Shrutis are made up of, wherever there are mantras, there are only one of these 8 ganas are gurus and lagus, which will comprise the description of the meter. Sajayati Pingalanagaha, Shiva Prasadat Visuddhamatihi. By the grace of Shiva, Pingalanaga mastered this and wrote out his sutras, Chanda Sutra. Now, next sloka onwards, the ganas, there are 8 ganas we said, Maya, Rasa, Ta, Ja, Bha, Na. Now he defines, initially he says all Vedic literature is comprised of one of these 8 ganas or Lagu and Guru if there are 1 or 2 letters left, not making up a full gana. Now, the next sloka is Trigurum Vidhi Makaram Lagvadi Samanvitam Yakarakhyam Laghu Madhyamam tu Refam Sakaram Ante Guru Nibaddham. Now, Trigurum Vidhi Makaram, the Magana, that is the first one that he mentioned. All 3 letters are Guru. Guru means, of course, in English they translate it as heavy. Laghu means light. It's not light or heavy, it's not by weight. But yes, this is by the effort that it takes to pronounce a letter. Some are Laghu, some are Guru. That is, the Hrasvas are all Laghu. Dirghas are Guru. That is, Panini has defined in the Sutra, Hrasvam Laghu, Sanyoge Guru, Dirghancha. So that is what is to be known here. When you have a shloka or mantra, let us say, so in that, even in Vagarthavya Sampraktau, Va is Dirgha, Ga is Hrasva, but now Vagartha, when you have the Tha is of course the Dirgha. Now Ga, though it is Hrasva, Hrasva is followed by a conjunct consonant. Ra and Tha are together. So Vagartha, all 3 are Guru, and so Vagartha is Magana there. That is, first 3 letters you take in any shloka and see all the 3 are Guru. Guru, there are 2 conditions. Either Dirgha, it becomes Guru. Hrasva, if it is followed by Sanyuktakshara, a conjunct consonant, then Guru, Hrasva also becomes Guru when it is followed by Sanyuktakshara. So if you keep the Vagarthav as the word in your mind, Ga also becomes Guru because it is followed by a conjunct consonant. Ra and Tha, after that only you have the vowel. So similarly now, Trigurum Vidhi Makaram, all 3 are Gurus in the Magana. Makaram means Magana. Similarly, Lagvadi Samanvitam Yakarakhyam. Now, Adi is Laghu, other 2 are Guru, that is Yagana. That is Guru is Magana, Laghu Guru is Yagana, Laghu Madhyamam tu Refam. Now the Ragana is, middle one is Laghu. Guru, Laghu, Guru. That combination, that kind of a Gana is called Ragana. Similarly, Sakaram, Ante, Guru, Nibaddham. Sagana has got Laghu, Laghu and Guru. Ending one, last letter, last syllable is Guru. Ante, Guru, Nibaddham, Sakara. Similarly, Laghvantyam hi Takaram. Two Gurus and one Laghu is Takara, Tagana. Laghvantyam. Similarly, Jakaram, Ubhayoho, Laghum Vijaniyat. Jagana has Laghu, Guru, Laghu. Adi Gurunja Bhakaram. Bhakana is Guru, Laghu, Laghu. Then Nakara Miha Paingale, Trilaghum. Nagana is all three Laghus. So this is a very simple thing. There are 8 possibilities of 3-letter combinations with 2 values. It is Guru or Laghu are the 2 values. 3 positions are there. So when you make the permutations of them, there will be 8 permutations. All Laghu to all Guru variations, and they are in this sequence. Maya Rasata Jabhanala. Jabhana. After that, of course, Laga is used for Laghu and Guru if there are extra things beyond, divisible by 3. Now, these slokas have said Trigurum Vidhi Makaram, Lagvadi Samanvitam Yakarakyam, Laghu Madhyamam tu Refam, Sakaram Ante Guru Nibaddham, Lagvantyam hi Takaram. This ending is Laghu in the Tagana. Jakaram Ubhayoho Laghum Vijaniyat. Either side is Laghu in the case of Jakara. So middle one is Guru. That is what it means. Adi Guruncha Bhakaram. Bhagana has got first letter as Guru, other 2 are Laghu. Nakaram Miha Paingale Trilaghum. In the Pingala Sutras, Nagana has all 3 Laghu. This is what he has said. And after that, this sloka tries to tell us which is Laghu and which is Guru. Dirgha Sanyoga Param Tatha Swara Vyanjanantam Ushmantam. Now, for Dirgha, it is always Guru. Sanyoga Param, that is, though a Hrasva letter may be there, if it is followed by a conjunct consonant, then it becomes Guru. Now, for example, you have a sloka beginning with Swastyastu. Now, Swastyastvasmai. Swasti, Swa, though it is Hrasva, is followed by Stya, which is a conjunct consonant. So, Swa is Guru. Styastu, again, that Yakara has A, which is Hrasva, but it is followed by a conjunct consonant. That is also Guru. Similarly, these 2 plus Asmai, suppose Swastyastvasmai, then though all 3 may be having Hrasva letters in them, Hrasva vowel in them, all 3 are Guru because they are followed by conjunct consonant. This is just to understand. Astu Swasti. Suppose you have Astu Swasti is the beginning of a sloka. A is Guru now because next letter Stu has got a conjunct consonant. Sa and Ta together. Similarly, Stu and Swasti has got Swa. Stu, though Ukara is Raswa because the next letter is conjunct, that also is a Guru. Then Swasti. Swa is having a Hrasva vowel, but it is followed by conjunct consonant. Astu Swasti Prasiddhye. We have a sloka beginning like that. Astu Swasti has Astu Swa, all 3 being Gurus. That is what this means. Dirgham is Guru is fine. Sanyoga Param. Sanyoga means conjunct consonant. Panini Sutra says Halaha Anantaraha Sanyogaha. If consonants come together without a vowel intervening, such combination of consonants is called Sanyoga. So Sanyoga Param. This is what Panini said. Srasvam Laghu. Sanyoge Pare Guru. Dirghancha. Dirgha Sanyoga Param. Tatha Swara Vyanjanantam Ushmantam. So now, suppose there is a pada ending in a Laghu letter, but it will become, it is stated as Guru when it is in the end. Swara Vyanjanantam Ushmantam. That is Shashasaha. If for example, we have Dhimahi. Dhimahi is the end of the pada. That he, though it has got a Hrasva vowel E, the Padanta is stated as Guru. This is another condition. Dirghas are all the Gurus. Hrasvas followed by Sanyukta Aksharas are Gurus. Then Swara Vyanjanantam Ushmantam Or suppose we have a word like Viryam. Viryam, the yakara has got a hrasva only, but is followed by Anunasika or the Anuswara. So that also Sanuswarancha Gurum. That is the next condition he said. In the end of a sentence, end of the pada, hrasva will also be treated as Guru. Apart from Dirghas being Gurus and Sanyoga Para hrasvas being Guru, Sanuswarancha Gurum. Viryam. And suppose you have or even Visarga getting added. Kvachit avasanepi laghvantyam. In the end, even if Laghu is there, Laghu in the Antya is treated as Avasane Antyam Laghu api Kvachit Guruhu. So it is treated as Guru. So this is the way of identifying which is Guru. And other than this, of course, is Laghu. Now, Adi Madhya Vasaneshu Yarata Yanti Laghavam Bhajasa Gauravam Yanti Manautu Guru Laghavam. This is one sloka where he gives all the 8 ganas with their Guru Laghu combination in a very simple form to understand. Adi Madhya Avasaneshu Yarataha Yanti Laghavam. Beginning, middle or end. Adi means beginning, Madhya is center, middle, Avasana is end. Every gana has got Adi letter, Madhya letter and Avasana letter. Take these 8, Maya, Rasata, Jabha, Na, all these 8 have Adi, Madhya and Avasana. Now to remember, Yarata Yanti Laghavam. You remember like this, Ya has got Adi Guru, okay, Laghvadi, Adi Laghu, okay, Laghavam, Yarata Yanti Laghavam. Ya has got first letter, Adi is Laghu, other 2 are Guru. Ragana, Madhya is Laghu, other 2 are Guru. The Tagana has ending is Laghu, other 2 are Guru. So from the Laghu angle, if you see, Ya, Ra and Ta have in the beginning, middle and end Laghu. Adi, Madhya, Avasaneshu, Ya, Ra, Taha, Yanti, Laghavam. Or if you come from the Guru side, Bhaja, Saha, Gauravam, Yanti. Bhagana, Jagana and Sagana have Gurus in the beginning, middle and end. Bha has got Adi Guru, Ja has got Madhya Guru, Sa has got Antya Guru. This is what it means. Then Manautu Guru Laghavam. Magana is fully Guru, Nagana is fully Laghu. So these 8 can be divided into 3 such sets. One set called Yara and Ta, which have beginning, middle and end Laghu. Other set Bhaja, Sa, they have Guru in the beginning, middle and end. All Guru is Ma, all Laghu is Na. This is one way of trying to remember. Because usually people remember when they want to compose slokas, this is kept in the mind. Adi Madhya Avasaneshu Yarata Yanti Laghavam. So different chandas are defined in terms of the ganas, what they should have in each pada. And the ganas definition is this, which letter should be Hrasva or Dirgha, or if you want to make it Guru, the Hrasva can also be followed by conjunct consonant. This is the basic idea. Triviramam Dasha Varasham Shanmatram Uvacha Pingala Sutram Chando Varga Padartha Pratyhetoscha Shastrado. So Pingala in his sutras try to define Virama is one kind of a concept. That is, if you have a pada, at different points you have to give some gap or interval. That is called Virama. Triviramam. Up to 3 Viramas are possible in each pada. Dasha Varasham. The letters can have beyond 8 also. Then of course he will use this Laghu or Guru as La or Ga itself. Then Shanmatra Muvacha. There are different subtypes, that is Guru classification, Laghu classification, that has been put into subdivision. That is, there are basically 7 chandas, and among them he uses certain additional factor. Suppose they are not symmetrical, if all padas are not having equal number of letters, that is Samavritta, Vishamavritta we have. Different padas can have different number of letters, but by and large, total number of letters equals to synchronous division of 4 padas, let us say 44 letters in a sloka, 11 in each pada. Suppose one has 10, another has 12, etc. It can make up. So those are kind of things that he deals with in the sutra. Chando varga padartha pratyaya heto. Chandas, that is the meters, their grouping, vargikarana. Then the meanings of the words, even some of these names that you have, you can use. If one letter is less in the first pada, some word is added. Nyunadhikena, Ekaikena, Nitrit Bhurijo, etc. There are going to be sutras. So if a Gayatri Chandas sloka has one letter less, only 23 letters, that will be called as Nichrit Gayatri. Some mantra with 25 letters will be called as Bhurik Gayatri, etc. So if one letter is less, one letter is more, some words are added. Similarly, two less, two more, etc. So he has put that kind of the Virama, Varsha, Matra, etc. These are the concepts used to define, to characterize. Okay? So Chando Varga Padartha Pratyaya Hetu. So in the beginning of the Shastra itself, Pingala has tried to give, this is something like Paribhasha that he would use. Suppose we go to the individual chapters, that is, there are each adhyaya, first one is the Paribhasha part. Yeah. This is, I'll make this into a smaller one. I think there is something to do with, it's not loading. Let's see, Chandas, Adhyaya 2. So now, these are the way the sutras are. This is how the Chandas sutras are there. Dhi, Shri, Stream. Yeah. See now, that is the last letter is the name of the Gana. See, Maya, Rasata, Jabhanalaga, when we said he has used Magana, one example he has given Dhi, Shri, Stream. These three are all are Dirghas and so all are Gurus. Magana is Sarva Guru Magana. Now, it's also interesting. You first learn, get knowledge. That is Dhi. Once the Buddhi is achieved, Shri can be achieved. Vidya dadati vinayam, vinayat dati patrata, patratvat dhanam apnoti. So Dhi leads to Shri. You have both knowledge and money, then you can get married. So you will get the Shri. This is roughly just to say, even though this is only to teach what is Guru, what is Lagu, the words used have good connotation or maybe good kind of indicatory value. Okay, so Dhi, Shri, Stream, in the end actually refers to it is Magana. That is, up to that you have three Gurus. So three Gurus will make it Magana. That's what Dhi, Shri, Stream means. Next, Varasai. Va is Hraswa, it is Laghu. Ra and Sa are Dirghas, they are Guru. So Laghu, Guru is Yagana. That is, he doesn't use vowel there. These are consonants. The Ganas are known by the consonant name. So Magana will have in the end, Yagana will have in the end. Similarly, Ka Guhar. Ka is Dirgha, that is Guru. Gu is Laghu. Ha is again Guru. So Guru, Laghu, Guru is Ragana. Ka Guhar. Vasudhas. Va is Laghu, Su is Laghu, Dha is Guru. So Laghu, Guru is Sagana. Now Sa Tekpat. Sa is Dirgha, Te is Dirgha, Kwa is Rasva. So last one is Laghu, other two are Guru in Tagana. Sa Tekpat. Then these are of course, and this has got number of, as a sentence, there are 8 sentences which have a continuous meaning. Like I said, you earn money, then you can get married, you will get wife and then Varasa, she will become very helpful and cooperative. Sa Vara Bhavati. Then once you get married and you have a Anukula wife, you need to make a house. So Ka Guha. Guha means dwelling place, where to stay. See, when somebody is studying as a brahmachari, he will be in the Gurukula. He doesn't have to worry about his house or something. After they are getting knowledge, of course, he can earn money. Then once he earns money, he gets married. Then, of course, he needs to see whether the wife is helpful, cooperative, etc. Yes, if she is, then think of settling in a place. Ka Guha, Vasudha. Then he says, any place on earth, any place someone could go. Sa Tekvat. Then Te Sa Kwa. Where is it for you in the world? You decide. You decide on based on number of factors. Kada Saj. Then when do you go start setting up family? Then of course get children. Kim Vada Son. Don't take anything lightly. So this is how Because each it is meant for defining the Gana and its characteristics with one example. Three letters he has given. Sate Kwa is Dirga Dirga Lagu, Guru Guru Lagu, so that is Tagana. Kadasaj Lagu Guru Lagu, that is Jagana. Kim Vadab Guru Lagu Lagu is Vagana. That is first one, Adi Guru is Vagana. Na Hasan, Na Hasa, all three are Lagu, so that is Nagana. Now, Grill, Gante. Okay, this means L is Laghu. Gr he has used. Any Hrasva vowel is Laghu. Gante. So Ga is Guru. Now Ga is followed by conjunct consonant here. Ante. That is G Ante. Anything in the end is stated as Guru is one thing. Even Hrasva. Generally, if it is followed by conjunct consonant, it becomes Guru. That is what he has said. Gante means in the end, even Hrasvas can become Guru. Generally, followed by conjunct, if a Hrasva is there, that will also be a Guru. Now, similarly, Dhradi Paraha, etc. He has said there are some cases where certain conjuncts are used, then with that, then He, Lausaha, Glau, Ashtau, Asavaha, etc. This is how to define. Suppose one Guru and two Laghu, you will use Glau. Similarly, Lausaha is, Lau is two Laghus, then of course Sagana. That is, if there is some mantra with the 5 letters, first two being Laghu and then Sagana, you will use this kind of combination. This is how, for example, sometimes this, for denoting 8 letters, there are also words used like Vasavaha, Rudraha, Adityaha, Adreyaha, Dishaha, etc. Those which are known with a certain number of count, then they can also be used to denote the numbers. Vasavaha, there are devatas called Vasus who are 8 in number. So in some Chandas definition, you would use Vasu, which means 8. And if you use Rudras, it is equivalent to 11. Uses Adityas, it is equivalent to 12. So even these can be used, Ashtavasavaha, etc. So this Shastra basically tries to fix the structure of Vedic mantra. Mantras are of 3 types, Rik, Yajus and Sama. Rik is fully covered by the Gana arrangement, Guru Laghu arrangement. So it is predominantly directed towards Richas or mantras in all the 4 Vedas. They are present in all Vedas. Rigveda is fully made up of them. 98% maybe is only made of Rik. So this is the kind of the concept that is dealt with in the beginning. First thing is to divide into Ganas the different number of letters in each pada of a mantra. Ganas are classified by Guru Laghu and there are names given Mayarata, Sa, Jabhana. Now based on them, of course, the sutras try to specify how each one will be like. Similarly, there are Chandas. Now there are names that are being listed. Gayatri, Daivi Ekam, Asuri Panchadasha, Prajapatya, Ashtav, Yajusham, Shat. First he takes Gayatri as the Chandas. Gayatri, if it is added with the prefix Devi, Devi Gayatri, if we say, then it will have only 1 letter. That is, this Pranava, Omkara is said to be Pranavasya Rishi Brahma, Devi Gayatri Sandaha, Savita Devata. This is how we say, Atma Devata. Now, Devi Gayatri means Devi, if it is added, it refers to a single letter. That is what it says. Gayatri, Devi Ekam, or Daivya Ekam, Asuri Panchadasha. There are also Asuri Gayatri, where 15 letters are used. So, this is the division. Prajapatya Ashtav. Generally, the Gayatri that is used is Prajapatya Gayatri, which is 8 letters. Yajusham Shate. In the Yajus, though there is no specific Chandas, if there are 6 letters used and 4 such them, 24 letters made up of 4 combinations of 4 letters, 6 letters into 4 padas. There is one such mantra that is quoted in the Brahma Sutras also. So, there we have Yajusham Shate. Each pada has got only 6 letters, but there are 4 padas and the total is 24 letters like that. So this is how he defines Sam, Nam, Dvihi, etc. So the Chandas, one by one he takes, defines them. Now, Chatras Chatra, 3 in Racham, Chatras Chatra Prajapatyayaha, Ekaikam Sheshe, Jakyad Asri, Tani, Ushnik, Anushtup, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtup, Jagatyaha. Other than Gayatri, there are other such 6 Chandas, Ushnik, Anushtup, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtup, Jagati. These are the other 6. तिस्रः सनाम्यः एकैकाः ब्राह्म्यः प्राग्यजुषाम् आर्ष्यः etc. These are subdivision. You call them as Brahmi, Ushnik, Brahmi, Anushtup etc. Similarly, Arshi, Pragyajusham, Arshyah. So there is some adjective used to denote, like I said earlier, more number of padas, less number of padas is one set. Similarly, there are additional letters or deficit of letters in certain padas only. Then there are certain adjectives to be used to the base chandas. There are 7 basic chandas: Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup, Brihati, Pankti, Trishtup and Jagati. And there are of course in the increasing order 24 to 48 letters. This is how they go: 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. That is how they are divided. Each one, assuming 4 padas, one letter in each pada keeps increasing. That is the way it is organized. And of course there can be variations. No mantras will be fully conforming to this. There may be one pada having one more, one less, etc. For that, there are the other adjectives used: Brahmi, Prajapati, Asri, Arshi, etc. Similarly, Nichrit, Bhorij, etc. for letters. So this is how is the Shastra basically deals with defining every mantra in terms of number of syllables. This is important because that has got some correlation with the tattvas and their generation, the creation process itself. So all of these Vedangas have beyond a structural or linguistic use, they also have a philosophical or divine use. Padaha, Iyadi Puranaha, Gayatriya Vasavaha, Jagatya Adityaha, Virajo Dishaha. Now this is how, now about padas, now we will talk about. That is what he said. Now each pada means, generally pada means 1/4 or a quarter. But we can have 3 padas, 5 padas, etc. Still they are called padas in the connotative sense, not exactly 1/4. Pada is by and large 1/4, but that can also be a variation. That of course he is going to specify wherever there is a difference from the normal or the standard one, default one. Now, Padaha, Iyadi Puranaha. This is one important concept. When we count the letters in a mantra, in the Veda mantras, many a times we find problems. Though it says Gayatri Chandas, you don't find 8 letters in each pada. Then there is some process that is required. What he is saying is, by Chandas, by Sandhi, suppose some letters have reduced or some letters have got added. Then we need to also account for them, then count the letters and decide the chandas. Iyadi Puranaha. Now, E, that is E followed by Yakara, or there is one more, U followed by Vakara. Now, Iyang Uvango, Panini has said, E and U can be replaced, can be the replacement in some cases to adjust for the chandas. Now, you have to note 2 examples just to remember this. One is, there is a mantra which is Ghanihi Suryaha Adityaha. This is occurring in the Maharana Upanishad. The Shruti says Ghanihi iti dve akshare. That we understand. Ghrini has got Ghr is one letter, one vowel. Ni has got another vowel. So there are 2 letters. Ghrini iti dve akshare. Aditya iti trini. There also there is no problem. Aditya has got 3 letters. So there are 3 letters in that. Clearly understood. Surya iti trini. That is what the Shruti also says. Surya also is 3 letters. But Surya does not have 3 vowels in that. Su has got Ukara. Ya has got Akara. There are only 2 vowels. But the Shruti says Surya iti trini. Then that is completed by this Sutra 4.2. Iyadi Puranaha. To complete the number of letters in a pada, the Veda mantras, you now split this Surya into Surya. Instead of Ra Halantya, we make it Ra, E and Ya. That is this E is Iyadihi. That is when there is a Sandhi, we split that Sandhi and make this into, like even in the Gayatri mantra we have Varenyam, will make it only 7 letters. Varenyam will make it 8 letters. That is why this Iyadi Puranaha. This is to complete the number of letters in the pada. That is assuming this also as a provision Though we find 7 letters in the first pada, it is still Gayatri Chandas. So it will be treated for all the counting purposes as Vareniyam. Then of course there will be 8 vowels. Similarly, U is used in certain mantras where one letter goes less without the end sandhi not being split. Now you dissolve the end sandhi to make Kwa, if it is there, Kuva is made. Tanva is there, Tanva is how we count it. Tanva Jatavedaha, we have, Tanva has got only 2 letters. So the pada becomes 1 letter short. Make it as Tanuva. Tanva becomes Tanuva, 1 letter gets added. So U is one option, E is another option. Only in end sandhi this happens. This Panini has given E and Uam as the 2 pratyayas. So that is to be also used to count number of letters in each pada and hence decide which chandas it is. Gayatriya Vasavaha. Now he said Padaha, each pada, in the case of Gayatri Chandas, Vasavaha means 8. Every pada will have 8 letters, but you should also use this Iyadi Puranaha if there is one less. Similarly, Jagatya, Aditya. For the Jagati Chandas, each pada is Aditya means 12. Each pada will have 12 letters. Virajo Dishaha. Virat is another chandas. Dik, there are actually 10 dik. Actually, this you should remember through Dasharatha as the good example. Rama's father Dasharatha was called as Dasharatha because his ratha or chariot could go in 10 directions. That is, east, west, north, south are the 4, and their diagonal directions are the other 4, dik and vidik, urdhva and adha. That makes it 10 diks. So he is also called as Dasharatha, Disharatha maybe, Digratha. So there are 10. Whenever he uses the word Dishaha, we need to understand it is 10. So for the Virat Chandas, every pada has got 10 letters. That is what this means. Virajo Dishaha. Tishtubho Rudraha. Tishtub Chandas has got each pada having 11 letters. There are 11 Ekas Rudraha. Eka, Dvi, Tri, Chatushpat, Ukta Padam. That is, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4 padas with this number of pada division. Suppose there is one mantra with only 10 letters as per Virat, then it is called as Ekapada Virat. There is some mantra with only 20 letters but follows the split of 10 letters and the Guru Laghu combination. Then we call it as Dvipada Virat. So there can be Ekapada, Dvipada, Tripada, Chatushpa, Ukta Padam. But the pada definition should be as said earlier. Then you will call that as these many padas of this chandas. It need not be complete also. A full mantra need not be. Some mantra can be a part of a proper chandas also. Adhyam Chatushpad Ritubhihi. So the first one can be 4 padas of Gayatri. Ritubhihi. Ritu means there are 6 ritus. Vasanta, Grishma, Varsha, Sharate, Hemanta, Shishira, Hemanta, Shishira. So Ritus means 6. Chatushpat Ritubhihi Adyam. It is Gayatri. Also, there is one mantra. Indrasya Chipatihi Valena Pedita Daschavano Rusha Samitsu Sahihi. The whole mantra has 24 letters. Each pada has got 6 letters. 4 padas. It is also treated as Chatushpat Gayatri. So Adyam means Gayatri, Chatushpat, Ritubhihi. Then it will have Ritu means 6. Each pada will have 6 letters. That is divided. Vachit Tripad Rishibhihi. In some cases there is a shortened Gayatri, 3 padas, but each pada having only 7 letters, 21 letters. Rishi means 7. Sapta Rishis, you know. So Rishi means 7. Tripad Rishibhihi. Sa Pada Nichrit. Then this Nichrit is one word that is used. If it is 1 letter less in every pada, Sa Pada Nichrit. So Pada Nichrit Gayatri will have 7 letters in each pada. Similarly, Shatka Saptakayor Madhya Ashtav Ati Pada Nichrit etc. You have 6, 7, 6, 8 and 7. That is 6 plus 8, 14 plus 7, 21. 21 itself, if all 3 are equal, then that is called as Pada Nichrit. The first one has got 6 letters, second has 8, third one has got 7. Then it is called Atipada Nichrit etc. This is how to designate chandas, how to understand mantras by their structure of the mantras syllable sequence. Gau Navakau Shat Kascha Nagi. So 18 plus 6, 24 is also possible. Dvau Navakau, 9, 9 and 6 will also make it 24 letters. 24 letters means Gayatri, but if you have first and second padas having 9 letters and the third one only 6 letters, that is called Nagi Gayatri. Viparita Varahi. First one is 6, other two are 9, that is called Varahi Gayatri. So this is how the descriptions happen. Dvitiyam, Dvipa, Jagata Gayatrabhyam. So Tritiyam is Gayatri, Ushnik, Anushtup. Anushtup has got these divisions. Similarly, Tripat, Traishtubhaihi, Ushnik, Gayatrau, Jagata. This is basically to give an idea. There are descriptors, specifications of kinds of vowels, kinds of syllables, Guru or Laghu, and their grouping as Gana. If these combinations happen, these are designated as these Chandas. Chandas, clean case. So many letters, exactly so many in each pada, that is of course the default part. There are a number of variations in the Veda mantra, so there are other descriptors used to specifically say this mantra, because of this structure, is belonging to this major category of Chandas, but this subcategory. That is how the Chandas Sutras work. It is important for us to know whenever a mantra is used, we need to know 4 things. Who is the Rishi who actually saw this, who had the Sakshatkara of this? Like Savitra Rishi Vishwamitra. So Gayatri mantra, the Savitu is seen by Rishi Vishwamitra. Rishi has to be known. Second is Chandas. So every mantra needs to be known with its Rishi, Chandas, Devata is the third item. What does this mantra talk about? So it is the content of the mantra. Whom does it address? Ya tenochate sa devata. The mantra, whomever it describes, it can be animate, inanimate, whatever. But this content or the subject matter of the mantra is called, the meaning of the mantra is called the devata. Then of course Vinyoga. Where is this mantra to be used? So Rishi, Chandas, Devata, Vinyoga. These 4 parameters are to be known with every mantra. Without that, it becomes futile. It does not give phala. This is what the Samveda mantra, the Chando Brahmana mantras talk about it. Yo hava avidita arshaya chando daivutena mantrena yajati yajayitiva adhyapayitiva. Whether learning, teaching, using it in yajnas, etc. Every point one needs to know Rishi Chandas Devata Vinyoga, without which it will not fetch him the phalas that he is aspiring. So it is important to know, and because of that, the structural detail is given by Pingala Naga. It is important for us to understand. And of course, this is written in most of the Rigveda. Of course, this is there in every sukta. The beginning of the sukta, there is one line which says, like Agimeda Purohitam, when we have the first sukta, Agnim Nava Madhuchandaha Gayatri. This is what is said in the beginning. Agimeda Purohitam, this sukta has got 9 mantras, Agnim Nava. Then Madhuchanda is the Rishi for this. Madhuchanda is the son of Vishwamitra. Madhuchanda Vishwamitra Rishi. Then the Devata is of course Agni. Agnim Nava Madhuchanda. The Chandas is Gayatri. So all these 9 mantras are in Gayatri Chandas. They have 3 padas of 8 letters each. And they are seen by the Rishi Madhuchanda, the son of Vishwamitra. So the Rishi Chandas is known. Devata, of course, is Agni in this case. Then the Vinyoga is Japa, Parayana, Prayaschitta, etc. So this is how the mandatory knowledge of Rishi Chandas Devata Vinyoga is ordained in the Shastras, and hence the Vedangas are necessary. Chandas Vedanga helps us about all details, every kind of mantras, including some which have prose kind of thing, up to 104 letters in a mantra. He has tried to give in this list. So these are, of course, rarely occurring. Some occur only twice, thrice in the whole of the Vedas, but they are also designated. Their detail is given because one has to know them to have the safalya of the karmas done. So this is how each adhyaya. Please go through this, try to get an idea. The whole idea is I am not teaching Chandas Sutras, but the concept of Chandas, how is it organized, what are the parameters, this is to be known. So let us say we go to the last of the adhyaya. This is of course Laukika Chandas also. After certain adhyayas, up to 104 sutras, I think is Vedika Chandas. Totally there are 287 sutras in this Chandas Sutra. About 104 of them deal with the Vaidika Chandas. After that, Laukika Chandas covers both. So Anuktam Gatha, Vikau Glow. Basically, there are two Guru Lagu. And similarly, Mishra Ucha, Prathak La Mishra, etc. Vasavastrika, 3/8 Lardhe kind of. So these are all how to specify, even if there is not a full shloka. There are only parts of them, few letters kind of. So this is how this is one of the Vedangas which tries to specify, makes us get clarity about every syllable in the Veda, its pronunciation, its duration. Actually, Lagu Guru are related to the duration. One matra, two matra, etc. One matra is Hasta, two matra is Dirgha, three matra is Prata. Within them, if conjuncts come, conjuncts have, consonants have half matra each. But if there is a conjunct consonant, they can keep growing. Tat, Sthyat, we have Ta, Sa, Tha, Ya, 4 consonants. They will add up to 2 matras. So there is also another kind of division. We have now counted the number of syllables. This is Akshara Chandas. How many Aksharas in each pada? There is also one kind of mantras classification called Matra Chandas. Just count the number of matras. That is half a matra for a consonant, one matra for a hrasva, 2 matra for a dirgha, 3 matras for a pruta. Keep just adding the number of matras. If matras are symmetrical, then also it is okay. We can call the same chandas. Though the vowel count need not equal. So vowel count is one thing, matra count is one thing. Similarly, pada chandas are there. If padas are equal, that's okay, even if they don't follow the ganas, etc. So there are a number of varieties, and each variety is addressed and finally is given how to look for, how to understand. So the Chandas Sutra we have now seen. This is one of the Vedangas which is very different and unique compared to the Kavyas or Sahityas. We do not have these many variations. There are of course different kinds of variations in the Loka also. There are also Samavritta, Vishamavritta. That is, each pada need not be equal kind of thing. There are also thousands of such variations given in the Chando Manjari, etc. But the base comes from the Veda mantras. And I have now tried to see the Chandas, we get an idea as to why is it important. Chandas is necessary for creation, as I said. The Trivikrama Avatara, the Lord tried to cover the entire 3 lokas with each Chandas. That means the Chandas have got certain effect to maintain Dharma. Dharma has got different names in different lokas. It is because of the kind of objects, the kind of activities, the kind of interaction. The Bhuloka has got certain kinds of objects, interactions, and relations. The Antariksha, that is the space in between, does not have anything resident there. Like, for example, the birds fly in the Antariksha or Akasha. They don't make it as their dwelling place. They have to have some nest somewhere. But when they move around, and similarly our airplanes, etc. So when there is movement possible, it is supported, but there is no dwelling supported. So dharma also means dhriti sadhana. So this dhriti sadhana is different in Shivi, it is different in Antariksha, different in Duloka or Swarga, also different in the dik or the directions. If you go transfers. So there are different names given. Dhruvam, Asi Prithivindrigumha, Dhartamasi, Antarikshandrigumha, Dharunam, Divandrigumha, Dharma, Dishodrigumha. So Dhruvam, Dhartram, Dharunam, Dharman. Dharma, Akaranta Shabda is different. Dharma, Dharma, Dharma. Dharma, Dharmani, Dharmani is another thing. This Dharma is the Nakaranta thing, Dharman Shabda. The Purusha Sukta we have in the end. Yajnana Yajama Yajanta Deva Tani Dharmani Prathamanyasam. That is an Amrutlinga word, Dharmani. Whereas Dharma Vishwasya Jagat Upatishta, Dharmam Paramam Vadanti, that is a Pullinga. So even in the way things can be stabilized, supported, there is variation depending on place, time, etc. So this chandas is related to them. Such things when they are to be created, mantras in a particular type of chandas when they are recited, those kinds of objects are created. So the Srishti Vidya is helped by each of these Vedangas in its own unique way. Chandas has its way of the structure, rhythm, helping in the creation. So Chandas also has a meaning covering. Chadanat Chandastvam. Vedas themselves explain why they are called as Chandas. The reason given there is because they are covering up something. It doesn't become visible directly unless someone has the Lakshana Jnana and applies that. You can't suddenly say, hearing a mantra, oh, this is belonging to this Chandas. Unlike Loka, in the Laukika usage, generally it is possible. A Mahakavya you take, you should be able to, with some good training. Oh, this is Shabdulu Vikridita, this is Mandakranta, this is Ragdara, this is Sanatu, this is Arya, etc. In the Vedas, it is not that easy because Swaras can also decide. Udatta Anudatta Saritas can also decide Swaras. The Chandas, the variation in one letter more, one letter less. Each pada, individual padas are alternate padas, etc. They have a different name. The exact specific name has to be known, and for that a Shastra is needed. And that is how each Vedanga has got. It actually covers it from us, it conceals from us, unless there is someone with a proper knowledge and application of mind, not be able to make out what it is. So, Chadanat Chandastvam. In general, Veda also is called as Chandas. Chandas also refers to Veda in general, that is, Veda mantras do not have their meanings easily understandable. It requires a lot of tapasya, it requires a lot of adhyayana, sangha adhyayana, shastra adhyayana, and lakshana adhyayana, etc. Or Guru Shishrushaya Vidya, etc. Pranipatena, Pariprasthena, Sevaya. So, getting the Vedic Jnana is difficult. From that point also it is said to conceal or hide things from us. So, Chadanat Chandastvam. Vedas themselves have given this as the nirvachana for the word Chandas. Why is it called as Chandas? Meters. It is not very evident. It is not very visible on the face of it. It takes a lot of efforts and learning and even training to go through each individual example and understand. So, yeah, I think we have covered only Chandas today. It's fine. Next time we can also, we can take up this Kalpa and the Jyotisha part. Jyotisha, there is not much that we have got down in form of text. Kalpa is, of course, one of the most widely, exhaustively described Vedanga. More than about 20,000 sutras we have, Shauta Sutra. But there are 6 classifications. I will cover them next time. So in the Vedangas now we are trying to understand how does the knowledge of Veda come through the help of Vedanga. So we have seen Shiksha helps us in the pronunciation part, Vyakarana helps us in the grammatical derivation, understanding of meaning of words. Then of course Nirukta trying to tell us how words are derived, right from the base syllable, base alphabet. It could be vowel, consonant, etc. Now we have dealt with the Chandas, the structure of them, putting the vowels, consonant together in various time durations, Krasva, Dirgha, etc. and making them into units of Gana, 3 syllables each, and then of course trying to group them. This is the structural aspect. This gives the rhythm, this gives the kind of sonority, that it makes it very pleasant to hear. Then of course the Kalpas talk about how exactly to perform the yajnas. That is, Ado Prakshalya, Achamya, Prananayamya, Sankalpya, etc. Every step by step guide or a kind of descriptive manual, a user manual kind of thing. How does this mantra get used? What are the objects required? Which is used when what? Like take Vrihi, do prokshana of that, then pound it, then remove out the husk, etc. Take out the rice, then grind it into powder, then of course use it as prodasha, etc. Every step is mentioned there. That is the prayoga part, how to apply the vinyoga part, that is kalpa. Jyotisha, of course, when to do what. This tithi, vara, nakshatra, yoga, karana, masa, rutu, varsha, etc. Each of those durations, the time, its divisions, and which is suitable for what, etc. That is the astronomical aspect that is dealt in the Jyotisha. So these two we will cover in the coming class. Then of course go for other items that are left in the syllabus. I will try to follow as much as possible and give you ideas. But this site has quite a few original contents. Of course it is difficult, but I want people to become more and more aware by trying or checking with me or getting help, that one should be comfortable seeing, reading them, understanding their structure, and of course relating them to which Vidyasthana it is, how does it get connected to Vedas. So this organization of the site itself is basically to see Depending on where you are in the whole map, you will be able to know which Shastra, which portion of it deals with this, etc. And how does it do? That is what is our aim in this course. It is about the knowledge landscape. It is something like you enter a campus, you see a big map, it says you are here. But of course, it gives you directions wherever you want to go, it's there to follow. So that is what we would like to achieve in this. And yeah, with this, of course, if there are any interactions, I would now welcome any questions, etc. Some chat. Yeah, no, okay. Now screen is visible. Okay, if others are also able to see, that's fine. Yeah, any time maybe for up to maybe 5 minutes, we can have some interactions, questions, etc. How is it been received?
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, this is Raviraj.
yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Sir, let me be very frank in expressing my opinion. Whatever you taught today, I personally find it very difficult to begin with. Maybe this is a totally new area which we are
I know. Yeah, this
getting
is not
exposed to.
Raviraj ji, if
Yes.
you have done, like for example, I did Telugu as first language
Acha.
in my school until 10th standard. So all this concept that Ramanujacharya taught today in terms of Chandas and Lagu, Guru and the Ganas, all that we have learned as a part of our language, first language Telugu training.
Okay.
So if you are not familiar in the school, if you have not taken the first language, in especially Telugu and Sanskrit are very close. So whatever Ramanujacharya taught today, I learnt all that as a part of my school study, especially Sandhi, Chandas and Samasa. All these are taught to us completely.
Yeah, but yeah, Bala, I would like to add one point. See, we learn this in our mother tongues. Yes, this is derived from the Vedic concept, no doubt.
Correct.
But today, what I want, for example, you just do Sandhyavandana mantra. You just take the Sandhyavandana mantra, try to apply this. The normal language knowledge will not be sufficient. There
Correct.
are variations. There won't be proper. So this is meant to help a person.
Yes,
Suppose
yes.
somebody
I was only referring to just the concept part because
Yes,
you
correct.
went a lot
Yeah.
deeper and it is a lot more expensive.
Yes.
I was able
So,
to follow the next steps.
Yes, yeah, the whole issue is we are expected to expressly say. See, when you
Correct.
have, say, Argya Pradhana, Japa, or Upasthana, every place, Rishi, Chandas, Devata, so this is a part of life system. And there are a lot more subdivisions and deeper issues. This is what I was basically wanting to convey. This is not very common. See, there are two reasons. One, unless it is practiced, it does not make much sense, number one.
Correct.
Number two, Veda mantras, their syllables have to be very clear for someone to get this idea. If you are using, say, Alpa Prana, Mahaprana interchangingly, or let us say you use Rasva Dirgha interchangingly, you will go for a task, the entire thing will go wrong. This is one of the ways of trying to stress. You cannot take any liberty in terms of the pronunciation, vowels, consonants, etc. Plus, there is a count.
I have one small request. If all others
Yes.
also agree, can we start practicing some of these mantras the way they are meant to be in what time of the day and then start doing those every day? Because
Yes,
we are just learning about the concept.
See, Sandhyavandana itself has this. The Trikala Sandhyavandana has got these mantras picked up. But we don't have to do any research. Nothing is left to be done. You have, depending on your Veda. See, Rig Veda has certain mantras, Yajurveda has another, Samveda has another. Depending on each Veda, they have chosen. It is given in the Anhika, the daily routine. Is exactly chosen to see that at that time, these kinds of mantras are used. Now, Prokshana, Prashana, Argya Pradhana, Avahana, Udvasana, Japa, Upasthana, these are different activities. Each one has got mantras. Mantras are of certain types. Mantras from those Vedas. So, a person belongs to a Veda. He say in the Abhivadana, when you say, Apasundha Sutra, Yajurshakha can be there. Ashlayana Sutra, Rikshakha can be there. Rakshayana Sutra, Samshakha, etc. So, who is the Sutrakara? Which is the Veda you follow? As per that, those Sutrakaras have said. And every one of them have followed what Pingalanaga has said as classification. Like Panini's grammar is used by every other Rishi in their description. So these happen to be the science of science of metric, science of the Chandas part. That is what Pingalanaga has given. This is varying in each Veda. That is specified by each Sutrakara. That is why we have a Sutrakara, we have a Shakha. Mantras from that Shakha as specified by the Sutrakara. Now, Ashulayana for Rigveda, Apastamba for Yajurveda, Rakhyayana for Samveda, etc. So, these are the kinds of the Sutrakara who have given you, based on these principles, daily at this time, use this, do this kind of. For Upasana, for Agnihotra, for even let us say you do Grihya Karma, the Upanayana, Vivaha, etc. for every one of them. In fact, I will also cover some of them in the Kalpa next. Because Kalpa is this application. Suppose someone wants to do Upasana, and how does a person does Upasana? Now, there is a Kalpa Sutra which describes this. There are divisions in them. Things that are done at home, things that are done for the society commonly, things that are done, let us say, in the burial ground. So, these are kind of things. So, that we will see in the next Vedanga. See, it is important to know that our culture is entirely based on Vedas, and Vedas are fully supported by Vedangas, without which their knowledge is not possible. That is the reason we actually thought of this course. It is important for one to have idea as to where do we get guidance, where do we have the details. This is something that we are trying to. Then of course you are always welcome, not at only during the course kind of thing. Anytime further, once you have the interactions,